Hi, I'm Marco Rubio. 12 months ago when I got into this campaign and asked many of you to support me, there were a few people who thought we would have a chance to even be competitive, much less win. But when I got into this race, it wasn't about climbing the political ladder or getting ahead in the political game. I got in this race because I believed then, as I do now, that America is the single greatest society in all of human history, that we are an exceptional country, that our exceptionalism means we are the freest, most prosperous people ever. And I believe that the direction that this administration and this Congress is taking our country will rob us of our exceptionalism. And so as I looked at this race, I didn't see anyone else running that would say this, much less do anything about it. And I decided to run because I knew that I would be the only candidate that would go to Washington, D.C., stand up to this agenda, and offer in its place a clear alternative. 12 months later, a lot of things have changed in the political realm, but nothing has changed in terms of the purpose of this campaign. I am still the only candidate in this race that will go to Washington, D.C. and stand up to the agenda that will rob us of our exceptionalism and in its place offer a clear alternative. What is that alternative? We need to get control of this national debt. We see what debt is doing to Portugal, to Spain, and to Greece. That could happen to America if we don't do things like stop the growth of discretionary spending and reform our entitlement programs. I look at our economic growth, at how anemic it has been, and the massive failure that the stimulus has been, and we realize that unless we reform our tax code and implement pro-growth tax strategies in America, our economy will not grow the way it should. And I look at the world has become such a dangerous place. Radical Islamist jihadists threaten our national security, and the prospect of a nuclear Iran is simply unacceptable. We need people in Washington, D.C. that will say these things clearly, but more importantly, will do something about it. And that's what this campaign is about. You see, I believe as you do, that if we make the right choices, our children and our grandchildren will grow up to be the freest and most prosperous Americans ever. And that's saying a lot. But if we fail to act, if we do nothing, or worse, if we stay on this road that we're on right now, our children will be the first Americans in our history to inherit from their parents a diminished country, and you and I will be members of the first generation of Americans to lead the next generation worse off. So people will continue to talk about the political maneuvers of this campaign, but I continue to remind myself and each of you that this campaign isn't about any of the candidates. It's about the people of Florida and the people of America who desperately want to ensure that America remains the greatest country in the world. But that will not happen on its own. It will require us to act. And that's why I need your help. I'm asking you to sign up to our campaign if you haven't already done so at marcorubio.com so we can keep you up to date on our campaign activities. I'm asking you to also enlist other people to help us in this endeavor. Of course, I need your vote, and I need you to go out and find other people that will vote for me. And ultimately, I also need your help financially. I know that times are tough, but every single dollar counts. In fact, one of the things that I'm proudest of is the way we've raised money. Our average contribution is still under $100. That means it's coming from people that are unemployed, underemployed, retirees on a fixed income, people that are contributing to our campaign not because of me, but because of what we stand for and what we're running on. And that's not going to change. It's been a long and eventful 12 months, and I have a feeling the next 6 months will be pretty interesting as well. But at the end of the day, God willing, I hope that soon I will be your United States Senator, that I will be able to go to Washington, D.C. and fight for all the things we hold dear, to stand up to an agenda that will rob us of our exceptionalism and in its place offer a clear and genuine alternative. And I hope that I can earn and keep your support. Thank you for everything you've done for me so far. I look forward to continuing to work with you in this campaign and ultimately to work for you as your United States Senator. Thank you, and God bless you.